I think the picture is not entirely clear. There has been, as you know, there has been no formal announcement by Saudi Aramco as to the timing of the IPO. From rumors in the market, that work is still ongoing, but it's yet to be seen. But I think it's more likely now that if the IPO is going to happen, it's not going to be 2018. It would be 2019 or even beyond that.
And if it does happen even beyond that time frame, are we talking about a discrepancy in the valuation that Saudi Arabia wants to get with this IPO and what the market thinks it should be fetching?
Yeah, well, again, I think that's yet to be seen. It just depends on the timing of the IPO and the market conditions at the time. Obviously, IPO, as what we're hearing is IPO is not the only avenue that Saudi Aramco is looking at. There could be other options as well.
Mohammed, do you think that with the Xiaomi listing its dual class share structure in Hong Kong, do you think that gives Hong Kong an edge over the US or the UK to grab the listing of Saudi Aramco?
Well, I think Hong Kong has been one of the main markets that Saudi Aramco is looking at. And I think, given the size of this IPO, we will be looking at multiple markets probably. So, yeah, certainly, I think that this is a positive development. But again, it's not probably going to be one of many factors when determining the final listing venues.
And Mohammed, looking outside Aramco, what else are you watching for in the IPO pipeline, specifically in Saudi Arabia? Are you expecting we get an uptick of listings for the rest of the year?
That is correct, and probably just before we look forward, it's probably useful to look a little bit on what was the deal activity in the last 18 months or so. So in 2017 was a relatively good year compared to 2016. The expectation was that the upward trend would continue in 2018. Unfortunately, that didn't materialize for the first 6 months of 2018. There was, in fact, a drop in the volume and value of IPOs that came to market compared to 2017. But we still believe that the second half of 2018 will hopefully see an increase in IPO activity. And that is really driven by improved market conditions, increase in oil prices. And as you all know, the governments around the region, including Saudi Arabia, has announced a privatization program. And one of the avenues that will be followed would be to IPO some of the state-owned or state-backed assets, and we think that will have a positive impact on the IPO market in general.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.